It was a quiet afternoon on an empty street where a young girl played alone, kicking a small stone back and forth to entertain herself. The wind rustled through the trees, carrying the distant sound of passing cars. But otherwise, she was isolated. Man approached her with a warm smile, holding out a bottle of brightly colored drink. "Hey there," he said, his voice soft and friendly. "I have something special for you. Would you like some candy?" The girl's eyes lit up. She hesitated for a moment, then took the bottle, twisting off the cap. The man watched as she took a sip, then another. Within moments, a wave of dizziness overcame her. She blinked, swaying slightly as her vision blurred. "Let's play a game," the man suggested, crouching down to her level. "How about hide and seek? I have the perfect hiding spot." The little girl, now disoriented, nodded drowsily. The man led her toward his car, where the trunk lay open. Inside, a large empty luggage bag waited. "Climb inside," he encouraged, his voice still sweet and inviting. The girl, too dazed to think clearly, obeyed, curling up inside the bag. With swift, practiced movements, the man zipped it shut and heaved it into the trunk. He slammed it closed and glanced around. The street was still empty. No one had seen him, or so he thought. A couple driving home from an early dinner happened to pass by. The husband, behind the wheel, slowed down as he caught sight of the unusual scene. "That's a weird way to play hide-and-seek," he muttered, frowning. His wife leaned forward, watching as the man hurriedly stuffed the luggage into his trunk. Her heart pounded. "Something's wrong," she said urgently. "We need to do something." "We should call the cops and stay put," her husband said, pulling out his phone. "There's nothing more we can do." "No! What if that was our own daughter?" His wife shot back, her voice rising in panic. "We can't just sit here and do nothing." Her husband hesitated, but before he could respond, she made a decision. With a sharp turn of the wheel, she swerved their car, blocking the man's escape. The stranger, now realizing he'd been seen, honked furiously. Then, sensing trouble, he bolted from his car, sprinting down the street. But he didn't get far. Police sirens wailed in the distance, growing louder with each second. Within moments, officers arrived, surrounding the area. The man was quickly tackled to the ground and restrained. As the officers searched his vehicle, they unzipped the bag in the trunk, revealing the unconscious girl inside. A medic rushed to check her pulse, confirming she was still breathing. The couple let out a sigh of relief. Then an officer moved to the back of the trunk and hesitated. "There's another bag," he said grimly. The wife's heart pounded as the officers unzipped the second piece of luggage. Her breath caught in her throat as she saw the familiar face inside. Bound and frightened, their own daughter stared back. At them, her eyes wide with fear and relief. The wife clutched her husband's arm, trembling. "You never know when the life you save is your own," she whispered, tears streaming down her face. The officers took the man into custody, while paramedics attended to the children. The couple fell to their knees, holding their daughter close, overwhelmed with gratitude and shock. Sometimes an act of kindness is more than just a good deed. It's a life-saving decision, and in that moment, the couple knew that their choice to act had saved not just one life, but the most precious one of all, their own child.